Aloha everyone, Team Light. I'm feeling so loved by you guys. I feel a little guilty disconnecting from everyone for a little bit, especially since the full moon. And in all that activation, I wanted to share with you a little bit about a full moon circle here in Sedona, and I'm so blessed. I'm living in a 3-minute town. It's maybe 5 miles long, and it's full of psychics and channelers and energy workers and shaman and very evolved beings. And it's usually just a full moon drum circle that's on Cathedral, and that is a vortex spot that is in the heart of Sedona, and by the natives, they believe that we are a rainbow race, and that if you know anything about the chakras, you know that even the light spectrum, of course, starting at the red and moving all the way up to the highest. Well, in the rainbow race, this vortex area, when there's activation, doesn't matter if it's with the stars or with the full moon, which can be really magical. They drum until past midnight, and it's supposed to be a time for a tune-up for whatever ray you may be on. And this last full moon was, well, they're not doing it at Cathedral because they're holding it at a place where they can have a big fire pit and really big land, and about 30 people and more started showing up. But initially in the beginning, and they honor all directions, and it's a little different because the circle is made out of blue corn meal, and which is sacred to the Hopis, grown right here, and it holds a certain vibration and activation. And then everyone has to walk the circle, and there are these megalithic crystals that are selenite and Lemurian, and they're holding a space for the north, and then we have these crystal bowls that are in each direction, and when they get humming, they're the size of trash cans, big, 2 foot round and more, and they each hold a certain harmonic. Actually, each direction has a tone, and so they're aligned with that. And when they all get humming, it's like the whole ground is vibrating, and you can't help but feel like during the meditation that like that you're flying, really. You're taking off and beyond astral. And so what we did, the facilitator, the guy who channels, is he guided us in understanding what was going on with the Mayan calendar, and as we come to the end of the 26,000 year cycle, that there is the galactic clock of things. There is an end of the year, this last full moon, and with the Mayans, they go from light to dark, and so during that small window of time for transition, there's 4 to 7 days that both are activated and amplified, and so that the light and the dark are really holding a very high vibration for each being attracting. It's in the DNA, it's in your body, it's in the Earth's field as we go through the changes. But this was specific to yin and yang, or yang if you're a yangster, and the guys were meant to hold and honor a space for a divine feminine to come in first, which in ancient days was always done with the moon, the lunar cycle, because if you know anything about the magnetic field of the moon working with tides and fluids being what they are, that are circadian rhythms, biorhythms, and so this is a time where cellularly your emotions are being activated, and in a way that it's about realigning any discord that may be out of alignment with the higher frequencies for the DNA. They vibrate at such a way that they have to raise their vibration, and what's going on with the DNA activation of that is that, of course, you have the double helix, which is the male and the female, and both have to resonate with each other. And so after that, they did another cycle of sound, and this was to activate the male. Of course, we did all the directions first, and in honoring the yang energy, we didn't really connect so much with the earth, because we're grounded to hold a field with the yin first. This is more about your connection to higher self and your own light body activation. And with that, he also let us know that cells take about 30 days to recharge, regenerate, and so for the next 20-something days we will be going through a huge shift until the next full moon. And so it's not so much about other people triggering you, or the dramas of things. It's more about holding our own integrity and with integrating higher self, and that's what it's all about. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit about what I've been doing, and it's all about starting the day in a clear way. And for those of you who don't live on an island like Sedona and call it an island, you can still honor the space around you and start the day with a low tide. When early in the morning, the matrix is a very low tide for static, and it's a great time to tone, charge, to clear, and then to use a little bit more of an intent in your field, because it's in your field that we are mastering holding the vibration. So as you're becoming more sensitive or more aware how you're using your energy, or if something doesn't feel right, or just being able to start the tone in a way where you're focused on, it could be love, it could be the feeling of just a smile, and you'd be surprised what a challenge it is to try and hold that tone all day. And it's not so much everybody else, but it's the mind, and that's where the focus comes in. If you can keep a rhythm in your day that just reminds you to realign with that sense of your higher self, or your tone, that is the feeling that you start the day with, because tone and feeling are the same, and any syllable that was created from the language of light and sound was actually a feeling. They hold a vibration, a feeling. And it's in your field that you are feeling in your highest, when you are just radiating that joy or that sense of just peace. And so if we can clear the air around us, it makes it easier to get through this time, and staying tuned to where your smiles come from. And that's all a matter of perception, really. Because if we can smile at everything, then you're changing the vibes around you. And that's the game, that's the fun, that's the integration of being one and being in the now, because your now is creating your future. And that's where the manifesting comes in, and the whole laws of attraction, and your field is your magnetism. That's where your power is. Empowering yourself and holding that vibration of love and joy. And that's the mastery. And the next is just the intent. If you really are being in your power now, the next step is for the integrity of being integrity with yourself, or in your space, or with others, is to co-create and to empower, bringing in and attracting what you wish to create. And that's by your will, and so be it. And that's the fun, that's the magic. So stay clear, stay tuned, and thank you all so much for the love, and aloha to you all, my family of light. Namaste. Till next time.